Carvings in ancient temple of Göbekli Tepe could be Earth's oldest calendar. The ancient monument of Göbekli Tepe in Turkey is truly one of the most magnificent ancient marvels on our planet, and it's just also basically recently found. The temple complex that thrived as a cultural epicenter more than 10,000 years ago is the oldest monument of its kind, handing down mysteries from a people long past, and now a carving on a wall in the complex could be the earliest evidence of a calendar used to track the passage of time and the turning of the seasons. We don't know exactly how the Neolithic people of Turkey used Göbekli Tepe, but recent findings suggest that it was occupied at least some of the time as an observatory for monitoring the changes in the night sky. Of particular note is a carved pillar known as the vulture stone, on which is etched the figure of a bird amid stylized patterns. Previous research led by chemical engineer Martin Sweetman showed how figures in the vulture stone could represent constellations, and how other carvings of the stone may record the fall and impact of a comet some 13,000 years ago, before the monument was built. Now, the comet, as we know, this was 13,000 years ago. That's the magic number of the Younger Dryas period. The comet, the Clovis comet, that put an end to the Clovis culture, and the megafauna, megaflora. Now, what impact would coincide with an event that triggered the mini ice age known as the Younger Dryas, which had consequences around the world? It also seems to have occurred at a time when populations were increasingly turning to agriculture in what's known as the Neolithic Revolution. Sweetman has now taken his analysis a step further, showing that the V-shaped marks carved into the pillars of Göbekli Tepe could represent days, while carvings on another pillar may depict other cosmic events. In an exhaustive analysis that runs for more than 50 pages, Sweetman lays out his reasonings. He counted the study and studied the V-shaped marks and found that if each mark represents a single day, then one of the pillars shows a year with 365 days, consisting of 12 lunar months and 11 extra days to make up the solar year. The bird of prey, representing the vulture stone, wears a V shape around its neck. According to Sweetman's analysis, the bird of prey represents the constellation associated with the summer solstice, suggesting that the V symbol worn by the bird represents the solstice itself. Another figure on other pillars have similar V symbols and at their necks, as well as statues and figures found at other locations. These symbols, Sweetman says, may also have something to do with the passage, control, and demarcation of time. The earlier analysis led by Sweetman also found a link between the animals on the pillars and Earth's precession. That is the changing orientation of Earth's rotational axis. And two of the pillars also seem to depict the annual Taurid meteor shower, which is thought to be the likely source of the Younger Dryas comet. Sweetman's previous findings have been disputed by archaeologists excavating on the site of Göbekli Tepe, and it's not unlikely that his new analysis will also have its detractors, but it all fits together very neatly, and as a growing body of research is increasingly revealing, our ancestors were more than capable of observing, analyzing, and recording the changes in their world. Further study and discussion will no doubt ensue, but that will only be a win for science, really. We'll leave the final word to Sweetman himself for now. It appears that inhabitants of Göbekli Tepe were keen observers of the sky, which is to be expected given their world had been devastated by a comet from the sky, he says. And even this might have triggered civilization by initiating a new religion and by motivating developments in agriculture to cope with the cold climate. Possibly their attempts to record what they saw are the first steps towards the development of writing millennia later. The findings were published in Time and Mind, and this is on Science Alert by Michelle Starr. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.